Hey guys, I'll start with the obvious. First game here as transfers. I mean, what was it like to be able to go out there and make an immediate impact like you guys did?
I mean, it was amazing. I mean, just being able to play in front of Red Raider Nation and just being able to experience that crowd and that environment from the jump. I mean, the swag surf, I ain't never seen nothing like that in an arena. And I mean, just being able to go out there and compete hard and just be able to play hard for them. I mean, it was amazing. It was definitely really good.
Just picking up what Bryson said, it was a blessing, to God be the glory, just to be able to play with having like a fan base. I know last year due to COVID, a lot of things were limited, but just to be able to play with an amazing crowd, it was such a blessing. And, for us to come out and use our God-given talents just to play, just to glorify Him, it's truly an honor. And, we're all very appreciative of just competing hard.
And then, Bryson, you led the game in points today for the team. What was making you so effective out there?
My teammates just kept looking for me. I mean, they made a big emphasis on trying to go inside, and I mean, the guys trusted in me to be able to go in there and finish. My teammates just kept looking for me, and I had it going on tonight, so just kept it rolling.
What was it like to be under the first head coaching game for Mark Adams, and what was it like being experienced with what he has done for you guys?
Now, it was a blessing for sure. We all really love Coach Adams. He's such a God-fearing man, and he's so compassionate about the game. And I know all of us are very eager just to win for each other, and especially for him. So, it's a lot of emotion during the game. There's a lot of things that we have to work on just to become better. But, just playing for a guy like Coach Adams is such a blessing to all of us, and, we're very grateful for that.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, like picking up what KO said, he is a God-fearing man, and he really makes a big emphasis on that. And also, he's just a dog. I mean, he showed us how to play hard on defense. He knows that we need to play hard on defense every night, and he knows he has a talented group. I mean, we all came here to become better on the defensive end, and we was never giving nothing. Neither was Coach Adams. So, I mean, we just mesh all together, and we just trying to do all we can to win as many games as we can.
For either one of you guys, playing on a team that's so transfer heavy with a lot of guys in their first year in the program, how much do you feel like you guys are there in terms of gelling, and how much room do you still have to grow?
We still have a good amount of room to grow. We made a significant process, but, we have a very versatile group. We had with Davion, one of the leading scorers in the country last year, and with Bryson averaging like 17 and myself averaging 18. So we have a lot of talent in the group, but the more point is if we win, we all eat. So I think the main point is to not be selfish, and we're all still gelling, still getting a feel for each other. But, we still have a long way to go, and, the best is yet to come.
Yeah, like he said, I mean, we made a lot of progress as a team together. I mean, off the court, I mean, we just gelled automatically. I mean, these guys are our brothers. We all brothers. We all got each other's back off the court, and on the court, we're learning how to play together. I mean, it's going to be a steady process. This is the first game, and I mean, it was great that we came out with a win. I mean, we got a lot of progress to make, and we're going to make that because we practice hard every day, and we're going to just keep going at it, and we just going to do whatever it takes to win at a high level.
Malik Wilson today only took 3 shots but had 7 assists. How nice is it to play with a guy like that who's so focused on being a facilitator?
You got it?
Yeah, man, Malik. I mean, he's one player that, I mean, since he got into this program, he just steadily got better and better and better. Malik, I mean, he's a pass first point guard. I mean, lockdown defender, and he can do a lot of great things on the floor. I mean, for him, they have only shot the ball 3 times but have 7 assists. I mean, that's just something that you can expect from Malik. I mean, he just does it all. He's all over the floor, and I mean, he's going to be a really great player for us.
Bryson, for you, was there an emphasis to kind of get you going in that second half? Because those first 10 points were kind of big for you all to separate. Was there anything that you all talked about trying to see something, or did you see something that kind of helped you get those 10 points early?
Really, I mean, the biggest emphasis coming out of halftime was our defense, coming out and trying to guard hard and just trying to keep our foot on their throats and just keep on trying to locking them up. My teammates just kept finding me. I kept on being able to get open down low on the post, and my teammates they trusted in me and they just kept passing it to me and feeding me. So I was able to capitalize on that tonight.
I know the three-pointers kind of helped y'all a little bit. You had a couple during a 6-0 run that kind of helped y'all separate early in that first half. I guess, did you kind of feel good about the three-point shot, and what was it like just to kind of see see your teammates kind of know that you were hot and they were kind of finding you in that right corner?
It's a blessing. It's a tribute to my teammates for just being selfless, just being able just to make the right pass. I know for me, with or without my shot going in, there's other things that I'm able to do to tribute, to playing winning basketball. But, of course, the 3 winning today, but who knows if it goes in the next day. But, for my teammates just to keep making the winning plays and all that, it's a blessing. And I'm very grateful to play with such a winning team. And, it's really an honor.
Lance, one more question.
Yeah, can you guys talk on a little bit more? The COVID year was brutal for fans and all that, and for players. What was the vibe out there, man? Just hit us up with that.
It was really ridiculous. I know me coming from Oral Roberts. It was a pretty small school, and I know with COVID last year, a lot of things were restricted. So for us personally, we don't take nothing for granted since this year a lot of people are able to come back, and we just wanted to play for the fans and for our coaching staff and each other. But the student section and the fans it's really crazy, and it makes it such so enjoyable just to play for them. And I'm truly honored. I'm thankful for each and every person that came out. We had a lot of fun, and we want to continue to win games just to leave Texas Tech better than we found it.
I thought the vibe was OD. Everybody was out there rocking and rolling for us. Just coming out and just being able to see that crowd and just them being so hyped just that basketball started back. And, the COVID year, that was a really tough year. No fans. Back-to-back games. It was taxing on the body and things like that, taxing on the mind. And it's just a blessing, and it's great that we were able to come back and actually have college basketball back again, so it was a great vibe, and it was really fun tonight.
Appreciate that. Great job, guys. We'll bring Coach Adams on.
Yes, sir. Shout out Coach Adams, his first
Win, Coach Adams. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. One and only.
Good job, guys.
You want me to put your seat up for you, Coach?
Did you sweat all over that one, KO?
Nah, I sent you.
Thanks, guys.
Well, you guys know Hayfield. Appreciate it. See how much I enjoy coaching these guys. Great young men. They're a lot of good guys, love basketball, and fun to be around. And let me just start and just say that Raider Riot, our student section, the season ticket holders, and just overall Red Raider Nation was outstanding tonight. We talked about it for all last year. Guys, just wait till next year, and we talked to our recruits how great it was going to be, and they certainly didn't let us down. It was a wonderful experience. They were loud. I just thought they were a great group of fans to play in front of, and our guys, they embraced it, and I thought they played a little better because of it. Just a great college atmosphere, and that's one of the reasons we have such a great home court advantage. So appreciate it. A lot of gratitude to our fans.
I would say that Lance and I are probably the only ones that saw your first victory at WT and also your first victory here at Texas Tech. We're going to ask the obvious. Which was better?
Well, Phil, I've coached probably 800 and something games as a head coach, and I can't remember that one back at West Texas. But I'll always remember this one because this is home, and this was always the place that I wanted to be and would dream about, being the head coach here at Texas Tech. So very special. The guys all gave me a hug after the game, but this really isn't about me. It's about them. These guys are fun to coach. We've got a great team, and I thought we made great progress tonight, and just so excited to get to lead these guys. It's an honor and a privilege to be a part of this program and be able to be a part of these guys' lives.
Coach, I know you probably scheduled this team to sort of stress your defense, and particularly the perimeter defense. What are your thoughts on your overall defensive effort against this team tonight?
Well, overall, it wasn't the type of defense effort that we wanted. We made a couple of adjustments at halftime. We knew they were a great three-point and shooting team, and so we told our guys, look, we play them a game of horse, we're going to be in trouble. These guys can shoot, so we've got to put a little more pressure on them. But I think some of our guys, we kind of overreacted to that as well, and then we backed up a little bit more and into some gaps, and I thought that was much more productive for us. But this is great for us. We played an excellent coach team. Coach Driscoll does a great job with his players. They're very disciplined. They know who they are. They have great identity in getting those threes off, and they're very deliberate. They're not going to just just come down and just drive the basketball. They're going to work and work and work and screen and pass and cut and move until they get the three-point shot they want. So we had to spend a lot of time on the defensive end, more than what we wanted, but I think it's going to be really good for us in the long run.
And Davion Warren, I know we know what he can do on offense. You were sort of concerned about the defensive end of things. Could you talk about his defensive effort tonight?
Yeah, he had a couple of huge charges for us in the first half, and it was good to see him kind of set the tone and lead this team on the defensive side of things. And then Kevin McCullough does so many things defensively that you probably don't notice. But our big challenge right now, we recruited all these guys. They're just all offensive players. That's what they've been doing their entire coaching career. They know how to score. I mean, we easily scored 89 points and played the bench, and I don't think that's going to be our weakness. It's going to be getting these guys to play on both ends and to buy in how important defense is. And so this was just a great learning experience for us. Experience is the best teacher there is, and it'll give us a chance to go back, look at film, talk to these guys. So I can assure you next game will be better, a lot better defensively.
Coach, those two guys that were just up there, both of them transfers coming in, playing their first game in the Red Raider uniform. I just want to get your thoughts on how they were able to step up and kind of like you just said, buy in so quickly.
Yeah, I'm so proud of those guys, and you can see why they were recruited by everyone across the country. They got a ton of phone calls, and we're just so blessed and fortunate they picked Texas Tech. And you know, you saw Kevin O'Banner hit those threes, and that's every time he shoots it, we think it's going in. We see it every day in practice. So. Just an unbelievable three-point shooter, and then Bryson's great. It's scoring. He can shoot. He's getting better. You saw him hit a three, but he's also great around the basket and hard to stop. So we ran a lot of sets and plays for him when our offense struggled a little bit, just trying to control the game, and Bryson responded very well. But two great offensive players, and fortunate to have them.
Those two guys obviously were able to step up without Terrence being out there today. You tweeted before the game how he's such a big part of the team and you can't wait to have him back. I was just wondering if you had any update on how that process might be going.
No, we're just cautiously waiting and very confident that we'll get this resolved soon, and appreciate our administration and just the way they've handled this. So we just miss him, want him back, and I think our fans miss him as well. He's a very talented, exciting player, and he brings a lot on both sides of the floor. He's one of our best defensive guards, and getting deflections and steals, and then on the offensive end, we know how explosive he is. So we need him back. Looking forward to it.
And then rebounding tonight, you guys almost had as much offensive rebounds as you did defensive rebounds.
Great. That was another. Besides the way we shot the ball, our rebounding was exceptional, and we put a lot of focus on that. So since our last scrimmage, and you just take these piece by piece and try to get a little better at everything. The other areas of turnovers, our assist to turnover ratio was 20 to 12, and in our scrimmages we were way above that. So very pleased the way we're taking care of the ball.
We got Brady back here.
Yeah, Coach, you have a lot of guys that can score a lot of points, as we saw tonight, multiple guys in double digits. How important is it that, tonight was Bryson, but it could be any guy on any given night?
Yeah, I've been doing this a long time. It's a great question. I love the defensive end. It's something that we'll work on, but the really, really good teams can score points, and that's where your knockout punch is. So when you have guys that can shoot and pass and dribble, and just like Malik was outstanding, sharing the ball. And then we saw some of our guys, Davion, the way he can drive, and his one-on-one is exceptional. And so every one of our players on the offensive end, they all have a skill set that we all respect and really helps us win. It's that other, I'll go down the bench and start looking for those defensive guys. They're a little harder to find at times. So, but I've always felt like you can teach defense and we can coach defense. That just takes some time and some discipline and some commitment, and we're going to get there. But very pleased with these guys, what we could score. These guys get up and down the floor. We said we were going to push the ball this summer, and we've been a big emphasis, and I thought you saw that tonight.
You touched on a little bit what today meant to you, but just introducing Joey McGuire this morning, that was exciting, and then that just feeding in tonight. How special was today for you? Yeah,
I was so proud to be a Red Raider, excited to hear Coach McGuire speak. I told our team before the game, he fired me up. Said some of the things that he was telling us. So I stole some of his his pep talk. But it was contagious, and he's going to do a great job here. Looking forward to get to know him.
Mark, I was reading an article talking about Kevin O'Banner when he was transferring to Texas Tech, and the guy made a deal that said this was not the right place for him to play because you really hadn't been a head coach. And I was trying to think, all those times, Wayland Baptist, WT, the bad experience at UT Pan American, hockey, cotton farming, your family, and then back at national championship at Howard and finally here at Tech. That's a nice young man, and he seems like he's extremely coachable. What do you think about criticism like that that says you haven't had that?
Well, I think that's sometimes it goes in along with recruiting, Phil, and we get some of that. But, you know, you look at this team, and even I go back and look, this has been a second chance for me because I was out of coaching for a while, and these guys, a lot of these guys have had second chances, whether it be COVID or just, you know, chance to play at a higher level. And so we have a lot of guys with a chip on the shoulder want to prove themselves, and they come ready to practice every day. I mean, both these guys, Kevin O'Banner is a guy that could have gone in the NBA draft, decided to come back, just believes in himself, betting on himself. And then you got Bryson, who's a great player at UTEP, but one player on the higher level. And they made both of them made sacrifices like a lot of our guys have. But bottom line is these guys are hungry and they want to win.
Mark, what did you learn about your team today?
Well, I was pleased with our, our poise on offense. I thought we were patient at times when we needed to be. I really liked the tempo, the way we were pushing the ball down the floor. I liked the way we shared the ball. I thought, we scored in a lot of different ways, which is encouraging. And then we had our moments on defense. Again, we go back to our rebound, offensive rebound especially, but defensively we did a much better job. But this is a very tough team to guard, and because they just stretch you out, a lot of spacing. And then in defense of some of like a Kevin O'Banner or Marcus did a great job the second half, but they're not used to guarding guards, and they're used to guarding the bigger guys. So they were certainly challenged just because it's a little bit, when you play some of these lower Division I schools, you'll get smaller lineups, and so we let them play. We could have made the adjustment, played small ball, and gone to a quicker lineup, but we thought these guys needed to learn, and they did. And I thought Kevin O'Banner overall played pretty good defense. He's getting better, and Bryson too.
Having a guy like Malik Wilson, he only took 3 shots today, but had 7 assists. When you have a guy so focused on facilitating and distributing, what does that do for your team as an offense?
Well, it sets a great example because if you're going to have a really good team, everybody needs to know their roles. And Malik understands that he's a great passer, distributor, and that's what he came out and did, made us better. And a lot of the guys accepted their roles, but we're still trying to figure that out and learn each other and what everybody does best. But Malik was outstanding and certainly accentuated his strengths. Come on, Lance, here we go. That's a good-looking pink tie too.
Thanks,
there.
man. I appreciate that.
You got to be pretty tough to wear a pink tie.
Yeah,
so.
and I'm not that tough. You know that. So, 2 questions real quick. I mean, you've talked on a lot, but are you impressed with the way you shared the ball for a first game?
Yeah,
since
yeah,
you have so many new guys?
Well,
and then you got to give us a grade on McGuire's performance since you were just in that situation.
Well, I certainly let me go back and just say I was impressed with the way we shared the ball.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm looking at these stat sheets every day in practice, and I'm seeing all these turnovers and these few assists, and so we have just made huge strides in sharing the ball and our ratio of assists to turnovers, and so that may be the biggest plus of this game. But again, with Coach McGuire, certainly kind of felt the way what he was going through. It was very emotional for him, and a big day for him, and so excited for he and his family, and just one of the things he said was contagious. But he's a guy that's hungry, believes in discipline, talked a lot about toughness, a lot of the same things that we do in basketball. But so he's one of my guys. I loved him.
All right, thank you guys. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank y'all.